With this budget speech, I think the minister was really trying to reassure all stakeholders involved that government is still on top of its finances. And I think for me, more than anything, he had to demonstrate that there is still a major focus on containing the debt to GDP and also trying to bridge that gap between the spending and the revenue collection. And I think also just focusing on improving the macroeconomic environment within which all stakeholders actually operate. So whilst all of these elements had to be considered, there is also quite a few, or rather a couple of unexpected larger spending items, such as the purchasing of the vaccine and also the allocation of funds to resolve the default of the land bank, which also are positive things for our economy. Institutional investors will actually get an opportunity to invest in something different and also possibly gain some real returns, which is something that they have actually not been able to do for quite some time. I think we're well aware of the CPI objectives being very difficult to actually meet over the last few years. So this is something that could potentially kind of address that problem. And I think really the partnership with the public-private sectors in terms of the infrastructure investments will be another thing that will kind of help with the improvements in terms of the economic growth and hopefully improve the state in which our economy is able to actually absorb job seekers. And I think the minister really tried to do his best to actually maybe try and boost the business confidence, consumer confidence, and possibly the credit ratings agency confidence. And I think lastly, if I can also just reiterate this from a retirement fund perspective, I like the fact that he was non-prescriptive in terms of the review of Reg 28 and trying to bring in infrastructure as an alternative for those investors. So this is something that a lot of the investors were actually quite fearful of leading up to now. But I think the fact that he made it sound non-prescriptive will actually make for a willing investor, especially in the retirement fund industry space.